Welcome back to Folk Solo Sports Show. All right, let's talk about week 3 in the AFC North, baby. All right, let's go. First, we got the Steelers versus the Bengals, and a big rivalry right there. Steelers versus any other AFC North team. Any AFC North team is always a big rivalry. The biggest rivalry in the NFL, even bigger than the other best division in the NFL. I would say the second best division in the NFL with the NFC West. Okay, NFC West, yes. The second best division in the NFL. Even bigger rivalries than when those teams play each other. When it's the Steelers versus the Browns, the Bengals or the Ravens, or Ravens and Browns, Ravens and Bengals, Browns and Bengals, whatever way you want to put it. It's just the biggest rivalries. All right, so except when, well, even still, even when Tom Brady was playing the Bills, the Dolphins, and the Jets all them years, just racking up crazy records on all of those teams. It was still a bigger rivalry because the AFC North always just was better than than that the AFC. Sorry, what is that? The AFC East. Yes, it was always better than the AFC East, and this is a big week for the AFC North. All right, this is a big week for the AFC North, and that is because of this. And this is, I feel like, going to decide. This is going to decide everything in the AFC North this week. With every AFC North team being 1-1, this is where it's going to. This is where you're going to see who is going to be the better teams. Who's going to fall in each spot right now? Who's going to be first, second, third, and fourth? It usually, sometimes it stays together a little longer than this, but you can usually see it very quick. This is usually, and when all of them are tied like this, it's usually you see a team and they start losing and they keep falling. They might be tied up. They're all tied at first. Then they go to second. Then they go to third. Then they go to fourth. It's usually going to be a consistent losses with one of the teams. And I'm here to tell you that I think that the Ravens and the Browns right now, no, sorry, the Bengals. I think we're going to beat the Bengals, and I think that the Ravens have it tough. No, not the Ravens. The Browns have it tough against the Chicago Bears. People are looking at this Chicago Bears team saying that they were 8-8, okay, but they still made it to the playoffs. And let's not forget that they were 8-8 and they started off, I believe, 5-0. This team, just like the Cardinals, started off with a lot of wins and then got things mixed up because their QB situation. So the Cleveland Browns got a tough one on their hands, and Justin Fields, I do believe, is going to come out and he is going to show out against the Cleveland Browns. And this is where his NFL career begins. And I don't think that Andy Dalton will ever start over Justin Fields again unless he's hurt. Okay, and Nick Foles at this point just needs to try to get traded or something, depending on how long Andy Dalton is going to be out, because Justin Fields is about to light up the Cleveland Browns. Okay, I just got a feeling that he is going to absolutely go all in on the Cleveland Browns right here, and I don't think the Cleveland Browns will be last. I don't think, I said the Cleveland Browns will be second in this division when it's all said and done, behind the Steelers. And the Ravens, I think, will be last. Now, Ravens got to play the Lions, and I do think Ravens will win that game. I think the Steelers win, and They both, Ravens and Steelers, go to 2-1. Browns go to 1-2, and the Bengals go to 1-2. Okay, and after that, we'll see the opponents, but overall, it's more likely that the Browns are going to stay consistent than the Bengals coming back up. The Bengals had many years that they went to the playoffs and they couldn't do anything. But the Browns already, their progression already looks better than what the Bengals had in these past 10 seasons. And then the Ravens, Lamar Jackson, everybody is saying that he doesn't have any help. He's trying to do everything himself. I don't see that being that he does have good receivers, good running backs. Now, maybe they're not available all the time, but I just feel like that is going to, get to the team somehow, and it's going to mess with them. And I feel the Ravens will be last, but I got Ravens winning, beating the Lions, going 2-1. Steelers beating the Bengals, going 2-1. And I got the Cleveland Browns losing to the Chicago Bears big time. I don't even think this is going to be a close game. I know it sounds crazy, even though the Chiefs just had to come back on the Browns. I know, but I got a feeling that Justin Fields and the Bears are about to turn into a very good team. All right, a very, very good team. So let me know what y'all think. Do you think that the Steelers and Ravens this week will go into the first team, and Bengals and Browns will be tied at second? And after that, I think it's all going to turn around. All right, because after that, let me tell you, the Ravens schedule after that. They got the Broncos, who's 2-0. They got the Colts, okay? So that's what? That's 3-2 right there. I would say they lose to the Broncos. They beat the Colts. They lose to the Chargers. I think the Bengals will get them. I think the Vikings will get them. They beat the Dolphins, lose to the Bears, lose to the Browns. We beat them, lose to the Browns again, lose to the Packers. I think they'll beat the Bengals one game. They lose to the Rams, and then we might lose to them. So even still, I think the Ravens will end up about, I think they'll end up about 7-10 this season. About 7-10. Yeah. I know it sounds crazy. I know the Ravens fans is about to come at this, but it ain't just because I'm a Steelers fan. I just see this schedule, and I just don't think that they're going to keep And I know they beat the Chiefs already, who just was in the Super Bowl, but it's somewhat because of that fumble, and it's just the Chiefs. The Chiefs are a good team. They're one of the best, of course, 2 straight Super Bowls. But the Chiefs never just lay down the law on people. And that's the problem. They're just the comeback kids, and they never lay down law. But these other teams are pretty good for laying down law once they start crushing on you. Besides my Steelers, too. I think the Chiefs learned that from the Steelers, all right? But I got the Ravens being last. But this week, they will get this win against the Lions. I'm going to cut it off right here. This is Folk Solo Sports Show. Like, subscribe. I'll be back with y'all. Peace.